We were always accused of just playing noise, you know, which is great. Make some fucking noise. The message is in the music. This is it.
This is one party that just has to turn out right.
I think parties are just like big sound system, loads of music, lots of loud music.
Outdoors. Nice big speakers, nice loud music, heavy music, and a lot of people.
Well, I suppose it's just a large music event. I mean, I'm of the era that people dance to rhythm and blues, but it's a bit different nowadays, I suppose. There's a more, I think it was once termed repetitive beat to the dance music.
It's free. It's outside in the barn. You know, there's no bouncers telling you what to do, telling you just be quiet, keep it down. You can do what you want, really.
Well, the purpose of a party is to have fun together. And a successful party needs planning and skill.
Of course, there are legal raves that have been licensed with whatever local authority the event is geographically based at.
I prefer the fact that it's free and you can do what you want. You don't have anyone on your back telling you what to do.
Well, I'll just go there to have a good time, really.
The first party I went went with some mates who hadn't been before either. Just managed to get a car full of us together and just headed off.
I went to a forest in Suffolk where a very large, I think it was called a techno event, was held.
We got to the meeting point in Asda car park near Ipswich about 12:30. We were the first car in there, and next thing the whole car park was filled up. And then the police were coming, riot vans, helicopter, they couldn't do fuck all. We just all started going down. It's like a 3-mile long convoy of cars. We went to Hadley Quarry. We parked up down in this little bit here. The Rave was up here. And then as the sun came up, there was a big, where the pit was for the quarry, there was a lake with little ducks swimming across. People swimming in it. People sitting on the cliffs having beers and shit. Really nice.
Well, the party is off to a good start. Guests are on time. Everyone's out to have fun and to help others have fun.
People do not have a right to come onto someone else's land and behave the way that they did that weekend.
I don't really think it's fair on the islanders, to be honest, but I don't really care.
My father. My father's John Maidstone. He owns a Rock Creek Common, the house on the hill, and we're quite isolated. We have a big, vast quantity of land. We usually do farming and grazing. And one weekend, his land got used for a party. It was one of those illegal ones you hear about on the news with the revellers. Yes, they turned up in big vans and just dumped down the equipment. But my father went to talk to them, and they're incomprehensible.
I like to get to raves and take ketamine and stop in mud.
To be honest, I don't think it's fair that land owning. I don't think owning a piece of land is fair. I think, to own a house, somewhere to live, fair enough. But to own a bit of woodland, to say it's yours, I don't think that's fair. So I think it's for everyone. It's free for everyone to use as they see fit.
Yeah, the most out of the way one I went to was literally a 2-mile track down to some desolate old barn. Fair enough, a few people got pissed up and started tearing the barn down to make fire. But apart from that, no damage is usually done. I mean, if it's in the middle of the woods, what, are we going to trample the mud? It's not going to hurt anyone, is it?
I think I should be able to listen to music when I want, how I want, without anyone doing any hassle for it.
When I got there, of course, it seemed a bit bizarre. It was as well. There was lots of dirty people with scraggly clothing and matted hair.
things that are perhaps a little bit naughty.
Yeah, majority of people do drugs. Even people who drive them, they usually stay sober for the last day.
This is the real action, the pot party. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite. Outside the boundaries of their phony world of kicks is the ever-present possibility of discovery. This must be avoided at all costs, for discovery brings with it the penalties of society: shame, arrest, prison.
I think the law is there. The legal aspect of the law enables the police and other agencies to take positive action. Whether it's done effectively is another matter.
Well, it depends, because sometimes I've been at a couple of raves where, you know, it's just been a car pull up. They're just walking around making sure that everyone's okay. Just say, you know, keep it civil. And then sometimes, like for example, the one in Wales, the 3-day rave last weekend, you know, riot vans turn up. They're all standing there with the shields and the batons, getting charged up, beating the shit out of people.
Rather than us, you know, sometimes they'll come and speak to us and ask us to turn it down or leave after after a certain amount of hours, and usually that's what happens. But then other times they come down in riot gear, and they, instead of asking us to leave, they force us to leave, like violently, and just hit people, and just generally just instead of waiting to say, you know, can you leave the area, they'll just walk in and start hitting people.
I had a crash helmet on and a riot shield, and I had a few stones thrown at me as we left with the hi-fi equipment.
There's a certain amount that will stick up for themselves, and that's all they're doing really. They're not just causing shit for the hell of it. If they'd never come along in the riot gear and started trouble, then they wouldn't have had the aggression off them, would they? But the vast majority of people just run.
I can't honestly say that it's any different, be it illegal or legal. Obviously there's a small and very hostile element that will confront the police if we try and close down an illegal event, but up until that point, people are generally reasonably friendly towards the police.
And part of a good party is knowing when to go home, soon after refreshments have been served. Now, let's think back. What made this party such a good one? What do we want to do next time? If you are going to give a party, plan that party around a purpose. Choose your guests carefully. Plan invitations, plan for refreshments and entertainment. Then, practice to be a skillful host. Make sure the party is fun for everyone. And when you're invited to a party, practice the skills of a good guest. Be on time, ready for fun. Take part in the party. Help everyone around you to have a good time. Leave on time, and courteously too, thanking your host sincerely for the good time you've had. All these things help to make a good party, a party that's fun for all.